Magandang umaga o tanghali mga suki. Ang gagawin po natin ngayon ay chicken pork apritada. So, I usually cook chicken pork apritada instead of but pwede nating lutuin chicken or pork, but I usually do it as combination. So I have here the ingredients. So I have cut the chicken into small pieces depending po sa gusto nyong cut, but I cut it maybe like 2 inches by 2 inches. And ang aking pork, I usually would tend to use like the pork shoulder o yung bat. So I use real tomatoes also. So I have here garlic, at least maybe 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, half half of the medium or a large onion, and I had 3 big pieces po ng kamatis. I usually use yung real tomato here, and then I also would still add tomato sauce. So, kailangan din natin ng red pepper, couple of potatoes, depende po sa gusto nyo. And then I have carrots here, which I would be slicing. Like tomatoes, I cut it in half. The pepper, usually I cut it like maybe 1.5 by 1.5 inches, and together with the carrots also. Okay. Then for my seasoning, so I use ground black pepper, salt, and patis. Oh, ayan na po. So I'm already trying to start cooking the chicken pork apritada. So maglagay lang tayo ng mga 2 tablespoon of oil. Painitin po natin. I use here an olive oil, or you can use any type of oil, yung preference po ninyo. So, painitin lang natin. Kung mainit na po yung ating mantika, so put in the garlic. I usually would start with garlic when I'm trying to saute or cook the dishes that I prepare. Yung pong iba, usually they would tend to start it with the onions. Pero ako po, so I start it with the garlic. Okay. Now we're ready to put the onions. So we're just gonna saute the onions until it's a little bit caramelized. Okay po, medyo caramelized na po yung ating onions and the garlic. Then we can put now our tomatoes. So, gigisa rin natin yung ating tomato. Palalambutin lang natin, igisa lang natin, saute it until medyo madurog-durog ng konti yung kamatis. Let it simmer. Sometimes, pag ginigisa ko po to, I usually would tend to add salt, but I'll put the salt later pag nalagay na po natin yung ating karne ng baboy. Okay? Okay, ito na po yung kamatis. So, ginigisa po natin. Sabi ko, hanggang medyo madurog-durog na yung kamatis, and that's the time na we will be placing in the pork. Na-prepare ko na rin po yung ating carrots. So, I use yung malaking carrots. So, isa, and then hiwain lang natin sa ganito. So, 1 inch or 1.5 by 1.5 or 1 inch by 1 inch. And then the red pepper, I cut it also like this. And now we have the potato here. Okay? Okay. So, yung kamatis natin, so, medyo durog-durog na. So, pwede na po nating ilagay yung karne po ng baboy. Okay? So, inuuna ko usually yung karne ng baboy dahil palalambutin ko lang po ng konti before ilagay yung chicken. Kasi kung hindi, madudurog po yung chicken natin. So, maybe we'll simmer the pork for maybe 15 minutes. And then, at this time na po, I usually would tend to put now some of pepper and then salt for the meantime. Okay, I have all my ingredients over there. I have a little rolling table. So those are all my seasonings when I'm cooking. So we'll let it simmer for about 15 minutes before we put the chicken. Okay, so that's almost a couple of minutes already. So kita po nyo, medyo kumulo na yung ating baboy. Now I'm adding na po yung chicken. Okay, so that's the chicken. So we're gonna let it simmer. Pakukulan po natin. We're gonna let it simmer and let it be tender. Palalambutin po natin ng mga 20 to 30 minutes. Okay? Pagkatapos po nun, then we will be adding all the vegetable ingredients and together with the tomato sauce. And then, titimplahan ko na po. So, pag medyo kumulo na po to, then I'll be adding my seasonings. So, papakuluan po natin. Let it simmer. And then, I will be adding half cup of water so that this would let yung the chicken together with the pork to simmer and it will be tender. So, palalambutin po natin after a while. Okay, look at that. So, pakukulin lang natin. And then, I have all the ingredients ready now. Pag malambot na yan, so we have a tomato sauce. Again, I have the carrots. Yung patatas and the carrots po at saka yung ating red pepper. Okay? And while I'm cooking, so I'm smelling an oil infuser, peppermint, para mawala po yung mga amoy ng niluluto natin. Okay, so we're just rechecking it back. It's been maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's already boiling, but it still needs to simmer. And medyo nagtubig siya, but I'm still adding like half a cup of water so that it's gonna be tender. Para palambutin lang natin ng konti po. Okay? So we're still gonna simmer it for about hopefully 20 minutes. And then we'll check it back again. Okay, look at that. Kumukulo na po siya. Lalagay ko na lang po ng konting patis para yan. So, we'll let it simmer. It tastes good. So, we'll let it simmer for maybe 15-20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes pa po. Medyo matigas pa po yung baboy. Okay. So, tignan po ninyo, kahit hindi na natin actually lagyan ng tomato sauce to, kulay, parang may tomato sauce na. So, malambot na ng konti yung ating pork. Actually, I'm just gonna simmer it maybe for 7 more minutes. Okay? And then, tsaka ko idadagdag yung mga vegetables. Okay, yan na po itsura. So, I'm just gonna pour my tomato sauce. Pagka-pour po natin ng tomato sauce, magiging mas malapot po habang it will simmer for until the vegetables gonna be cooked. So, we'll simmer it. And pag nagluluto po ako ng apritada, I usually would put a little like sprinkle of salt. Kasi with the tomato sauce, medyo masim-masim siya. So, with my apritada, I want it a little bit, some kind na konting sugar. Habang kumukulo, ilagay na po natin yung patatas. Tsaka yung ating carrots. So, we're gonna simmer it for maybe 3 minutes or 5. And then, tsaka po natin ilalagay yung pepper. Look at that. And then, at this time, so we can try to taste. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the salt and pepper. So, depende na po yan sa lasa po nyo. Okay, so we're gonna simmer that for 3 to 5 minutes. And then, lalagay na natin yung pepper. Usually, I let my potatoes cook for like half cook. Not really overcooked. So, that's how I want my vegetables. Okay, that tastes good. Alright, we'll simmer it for 3 to 5 and then I'll place the pepper after. Okay, that's 3 minutes is done. And then we're just gonna put the pepper. So, we'll cook the pepper for maybe 2 more minutes and naluto na po yung ating chicken pork apritada. Look at that, it's so gorgeous. Okay, this is how our caldereta looks now. Look at that, it's done. Okay, enjoy po mga suki. So, ito po ang ating chicken pork apritada. Thank you ulit po.